Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time and welcome to our channel. Thank you for making our channel one of the fastest growing channels in the world of politics and current affairs, personal finance, stimulus news and unemployment benefits. In this video, I'll give you the response, the joint statement from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer about the president's tweets from this morning, and it is very encouraging because they're essentially inviting the White House lead negotiators back to the table and they want the Republicans to come closer to where they are. Now, unfortunately, this is leading to some sort of a fallout within the Republican Party, and I'll give you that information in this video. I'll also share an important news clip from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi earlier this morning. Now remember, this news clip was from early in the morning before the president's tweet came out. But the reason I think this clip is very valuable is it highlights the speaker's underlying position. You see, in politics, there are always two sides to every story. And again, like I've said, the Democrats can argue that them standing firm has led to essentially someone blinking first. I'll also share the joint statement from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and I'll give you some information that's happening behind the scenes in terms of what's going on and some early rumblings within the Republican Party about this new position, if you will, from the White House about wanting to close on a stimulus deal. Let's start with a clip with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She said, when she was specifically asked about the current state of the gridlock, she said some key things. She said, are the American people not worth it? Is it the price or is it the money? Why give tax cuts to the top 1%? This isn't about finger pointing. It is about meeting the needs of the American people. And she said, I quote, they know that, meaning the administration and the Republicans, and it's not a priority for them. She said, right now, we need to do more than have the Republicans just check a box. I thought this was very interesting. Let's roll the tape and see what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had to say this morning before the president's tweet. Let's watch.
Are the American people not worth it? I say to them, is it the price? You think it's too much? Or is it the money? You'd rather spend it to give tax cuts to the top 1% and 83% of what was in your tax cut. We just think that this is a values debate. So it isn't about finger pointing and it isn't about machinations. It's about meeting the needs of the American people. And they know that. And that's not a priority for them. And that's why we have this impasse at this time. But fortunately, we'll be able to correct some of it in January. But right now, we have to do more than just have the Republicans check a box.
So that was the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Now keep in mind the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal, which was released yesterday, was rejected by the Democrats. In fact, what happened was the proposal was rejected by 8 Democratic committee chairs who said in a statement that, I quote, it falls short of what is needed to save lives and boost the economy when it comes to bolstering the public health system, supporting state and local governments, and assisting struggling families. The Problem Solvers proposal leaves too many needs unmet. So this is the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal that was rejected yesterday. Now, I want to be clear. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. There are struggling Americans. There are my fellow Americans. There are struggling families that need cash now, that need money now to pay rent, to be able to keep the lights on, to be able to put food on the table. And in fact, here's something that Congressman Max Rose said. He's a freshman lawmaker who actually flipped a Republican seat. He told CNN that this rejection of the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal was, I quote, an example of all the reasons why people hate politics. I thought that this was very interesting that he said that. He also said they are rejecting a bold bipartisan measure outright and insinuating things are not in there when they actually are, and are just continuing to kick the can down the road over and over again. So I thought that this was very fascinating that Rose actually said that. And all of you know about my report earlier this morning, and I'll show you the president's tweet on the screen where the president essentially asked Republicans to consider much larger numbers in a tweet that went out this morning. You'll see the tweet from the president here. There has already been reaction from Republicans, and Senator John Thune told reporters that raising the price tag would, I quote, create a lot of heartburn in terms of the overall amount. In other words, he doesn't expect a lot of Republicans to support it, but because the president has essentially, made the announcement, now this creates pressure on all the Republicans and, in fact, the Democrats to come to a consensus. Thune said, and I quote, you'll start to lose Republican support very quickly. Now, as you can imagine, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer encouraged Republicans to heed the president's message in a joint statement. And here's the joint statement on your screen from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. They said, and I quote, "We are encouraged that after months of the Senate Republicans insisting on shortchanging the massive needs of the American people, President Trump is now calling on Republicans to go for the much higher numbers in the next pandemic relief package. We look forward to hearing from the president's negotiators that they will finally meet us halfway with a bill that is equal to the massive health and economic crisis gripping our nation. By the end of the week, 200,000 Americans will have died from the pandemic. The lives and livelihood of the American people," when I hear numbers like that, it makes it hard for me to continue. "The lives and livelihood of the American people depend on the Republicans abandoning their obsession with doing as little as possible while the pandemic rages through our nation." Now, I do want to point out one thing to our viewers and subscribers. If you saw my previous analysis of the White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, he did say towards the end, let's do a targeted bill. And I can tell you right now, as I read between the lines, that the moment that the White House negotiators hint at a targeted bill, the Democrats are going to walk. Because because I can understand, I see the Democrats' position and I see the Republicans' position, and I believe both have valid points, and I believe that both need to meet in the middle. And the proposal from the Problem Solvers Caucus was indeed a very good proposal. That was something that was essentially meeting the needs of both sides right in the middle. So hopefully both sides can come to a consensus. But I do want to be clear, the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal was still, a $1.5 trillion bill. So I can tell you right now that if the White House lead negotiators try and push for something targeted, something piecemeal, I think House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are going to be out the door. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that the two sides can come close, because at this moment in time, things are indeed looking optimistic, because the president's tweet has created a chain reaction. It's created discomfort on the side of the Republicans. It's created a feeling of, hey, let's talk, on the side of the Democrats. By the way, the White House lead negotiators, Mark Meadows and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, are eager to do a deal. Mark Meadows said that himself, minus the part where he talked about a targeted bill, because I know that's going to be, I believe that's going to be a showstopper. So let's see where things go. Thanks everybody for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chora. If you don't know anything about me, check out my introductory video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I'm a symbol of American exceptionalism. I am a beneficiary of the generosity of America. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So make sure you click like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you enable notifications so you get instant updates from us going forward. If you want to get notifications from us, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get on our SMS list and you can opt out at any time. You can also get on our email list. Go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. So you can get on our email list. You can opt out of our email list or our SMS list at any point in time that you want. Follow us on Instagram for exclusive content. On Instagram, our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. And if you want to get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. Also at the same handle, ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications, so you may want to bookmark youtube.com/ignitiontime. That's youtube.com/ignitiontime, so that you can visit our homepage and get updates right away. These are important updates that I want our fellow Americans, that I want my viewers and subscribers to be aware of, because, the mainstream media doesn't really report the news as it should be reported. Sometimes, there's some outlets are too conservative, some are too liberal. And my goal is to bring you honest news, bring you breaking news as it happens, and to help you stay calm through this crisis. That's very important for me, to be able to help our community, because I do want to help our community. And I think you can see the sincerity in my voice, in the quality of our videos, and in our body of work, which is quite significant. Once again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So please make sure you click like, please make sure you subscribe, please make sure you enable notifications. Also, please comment and let us know your thoughts on this video. Let us know what you think about the current state of affairs. And finally, please share this video with friends and family members, because we would like to be able to grow our community and get the word out and help everybody understand what's going on in a fair and balanced way. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.